But I heard some voices in Europe that the people don't want to help Ukraine anymore. And not much of these voices heard, but there are these voices. Maybe we should give them the information about tortures. We should show them what Russians really do, because I know you have these cases. Do you have these cases confirmed of tortures? I'm not sure about the children, but for adults, definitely.
Unfortunately, we do have this information, and as you said, that during our visits, advocacy visits to other states, we are trying to share the information, and we are trying to spread these witness testimonies from the first source, because world should know what is, like, every single day, what is doing Russia in temporary occupied territory. Regarding numbers, so even according to official sources, recently our organization, ZMINA Human Rights Center, we did an official request to several prosecutors' office of several regions that were temporarily occupied by Russia regarding numbers. So only in Kyiv region, because prosecutors of Kyiv region returned to us first, only in the particular region, they registered 1,100 and something cases of torture. So it's only for one region, and we do have 9 regions that were temporarily occupied by Russians. So we could just multiply this this amount, and we do collect information regarding tortures. And our working papers, you could read it as a fairy tale of Brothers Grimm, I don't know, or some novel of Stephen King, but all these well-known writers has nothing common with the level of severity of such tortures, unfortunately.
Why? Why they hate so much Ukrainians?
As we discussed, when we are trying to build our state, our independence, our political forces, they learned only how to kill, how to torture, how to use this brutal force against civilians. So they were very good in creating this.
Right. Yeah. You already answered that question. But my question is, why they hate Ukrainians is maybe, let me assume, that they hate that spirit of freedom. Because Ukrainians want to live, they want to live the way they want, the Ukrainian way.
Yeah, I do agree, because, for example, there is very common picture from Kyiv region, but I've heard from our survivors from Kherson region as well, because the main question that occupiers asked our civilians, who allowed you to live this way? For Ukrainians, we don't need to allow...
That's our choice.
Yeah, because we work hard to buy these houses, to make these repairs, like everything. All Ukrainians has, a lot of working hours, for sure, that is why. So we paid for everything, this with our years of hard working. And in mentality of Russians, they just need some
allowance,
orders.
Approval, order,
So somebody, no, it's like, and this is why there are several reasons if we are talking about some military things, because when Russians came in February to several regions simultaneously, they did know for sure that there is a pro-Ukrainian activist, journalists, volunteers inside every single community, inside every gromada. That is why they started with them. So they started with representatives of local power. So they unfortunately stolen them, abducted them, and make a lot of bad things like tortures, just to suppress this resilience from Ukrainians. They thought that, if you remove 1 or 2 persons from authority, they thought that Ukrainians, without, strong hand, they could not resilient. They did know not much about Ukraine, to be honest.
Obviously. Have you talked to anyone who has been tortured by Russians?
Yeah,
Personally?
It's my day-by-day work to talk to these people, to collect information, and to make this information legible, and to pass this to international bodies as a proof of Russian policy in
Exactly.
Ukraine.
This is what I meant. It needs to be proven. It needs to be documented. It needs to stay in the history. It needs to be shown to international partners.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
And to shut up these voices that want to stop aid to Ukraine.